Rahaba Yasar Anuki Matat Bastat Nraye, also known as Leah Salmon, the Naturally You Coach. I am a nutritionist, a life coach, live blood analyst, and I focus on Black women's health. And I'm also part of the health department for the Sabean family in the UK, and I wanted to share with you some advice that we can use during this time, predominantly based on the information that the master teachers shared with us over the years, that we can use right now to help to protect us from the current health challenges that we're being faced with, and to keep our immunity high as well at this time. So the four things that I'm going to focus on today are water, vitamin C, sugar, and exercise. So most of us know, and the master teachers shared with us many times over the years, that the planet is 70% water, our body is 70% water, and we really need to make sure that we are keeping ourselves well hydrated and drinking water on a daily basis. The general recommendation is that we get about 2 liters of water a day, and for children, you want to make sure that they're getting kind of at least a liter of water a day. And you want to also make sure that you're drinking that water throughout the day as opposed to just at one point. If we're talking about doing things to boost our immune system, when we're talking about taking herbs and, all these supplements and all that kind of stuff, none of it is going to work if your digestive system is struggling to work because it's dehydrated. Your digestive system uses about 2 liters of water a day, and if you're not replenishing that with fresh water, your body is forced to reuse water, and there's nothing more damaging for your body than being chronically dehydrated. And it's such a simple thing to do, and most of us know we're meant to be drinking 2 liters of water a day, but you'd be shocked at how many of us still are not getting that full 2 liters. Years ago, the master teacher put in a book, Purity and Neatness, the water schedule, where he recommended that we drink water in small amounts throughout the whole day, so that we're not drinking all in one point of the day, because a lot of people will just drink 2 liters of water in the morning and think, yeah, I'm good for the day, but your body needs a small amount of water throughout the day. Even the health departments are recommending that we make sure that we're drinking roughly every 15 minutes, because this particular virus that we're being faced with at the moment likes dry environments. So when your throat gets dry, if you get exposed to it, it's easier for that virus to take hold. So it's really important that we make sure that we take that step and make sure we're drinking at least 2 liters of water a day. The next thing that we're going to do, or that I'm going to speak about, is vitamin C. Now, again, the master teacher recommended that we have a gram of vitamin C, or 1,000 milligrams of vitamin C for each adult on a daily basis, and he recommended this years ago to keep our immunity high, so that we would be protected should these novel viruses, these mutated viruses, or any of the bacteria that are around, it would just reduce the potential for us to fall victim to them by us maintaining our health instead of trying to recover from the health condition once we've already got it. So when it comes to children are, smaller, and you want to make sure that they're getting about half a gram or 500 milligrams of vitamin C on a daily basis. And you really want to make sure that you follow the first piece of advice, which is making sure you're well hydrated every day, because even though vitamin C can't get to toxic levels in your body because it's water soluble, so when you've had too much, your body will just release the excess in your urine, so it doesn't become toxic in you. It can still create dehydration if you take too much and you're not drinking enough water. So it's really important you're drinking enough water, and then you're adding that vitamin C. And I would always recommend that you take it in a powder form. So just go online and find vitamin C powder. They even sell vitamin C powder in Holland and Barrett, because then it's not combined with fillers and flavorings and all these kind of things. It's just the pure vitamin C powder, and it's a lot easier for your body to absorb it. The next thing that I was going to speak about is sugar. Baba has spoken to us so many times over the years about how damaging sugar is for our body, and how it can suppress our immune system and feed cancer cells and so many other things. And a lot of us grew up just consuming sugar like it was going out of fashion, because it was just in everything. But we are now more aware, so we can not only address our own sugar habits, but we can also most importantly, make sure that we can break that in our children, because again, it does suppress the immune system. And if we want to keep our immune system high, and we're going to go off and spend money on this herb and that supplement, but we're not drinking enough water, we're not taking some cheap vitamin C, and we're still consuming lots of sugar, then it's kind of counterproductive. So that's the other thing we can focus on doing now, is reducing our processed sugar intake. So I'm not talking about the natural sugars that are found in fruits and vegetables, but I'm talking about the processed white sugar that's found in lots of processed food, the kind of obvious sugar. We want to reduce that down as much as possible. And one of the quotes from the master teacher is that we want to be walking like our life depends on it. And even the government right now is telling us we need to make sure we're getting enough exercise, and we're exercising at least once a day. So even if you're indoors and you don't have access to a garden or to a park near you, then put on YouTube, get a sweat on, get out of breath, make sure you are exercising, make sure you're moving your body, because again, that is actually one of the things that's key to your immune system functioning optimally, is making sure that your circulation is optimal and your respiration is optimal as well, and we're getting in that that oxygen. And again, the master teacher gave us a whole book called The Breath Scroll, where he explains the importance of us breathing properly. And the vast majority of us are not breathing properly. We're sitting down most of the day, we're hunched over, our respiratory system's all closed in, and we're just not breathing and bringing in that, doing that complete union breath. And one of the best, the quickest way to get yourself deep breathing is to engage in some kind of exercise on a daily basis. So those are just 4 things that we can be doing, Nuapian Yasar, Sabean Yasar, to keep ourselves protected during this time, as well as following all the other advice that the master teacher has given us. I hope to see you all soon when all of this is, when we're able to get back around each other again. I hope you found this video useful. I look forward to speaking to you soon again. Ahrus and Wadu.